All right, now this is where you give a standing ovation. I don't know how you call this, because when someone has achieved so much, you won Boston Marathon, Chicago Marathon, all these marathons, and you're still humble, you come to serve your people, and you've done your degree. I think it's in honor of Simame. You give him a standing ovation, tell him you're doing well, Mkimbiaji. All right? Let's rise up on our feet as I introduce you on stage. Honorable Mheshimiwa Mkimbiaji Wesley Korir. All right, Wesley Korir. Wapi makofi ya Wesley Korir. Karibu sana. How fast can you run from here to there?
Try.
Tujaribu bana. Haya, one. Wesley Korir.
Thank you.
Have your seat, you may have your seats. Karibu sana Wesley. Oh my goodness, Wesley, unafanyaga hivi aje? By the way, watu wa Cherengani wanakusalimia sana. We celebrate you first of all. Sana. So how do you manage to multitask? Unakimbia, unawakilisha watu na masomo.
I think the key is being disciplined.
Right.
And being focused.
Right.
And knowing what you want in your life. Because once you know what you want in your life, then you can achieve anything in the world.
Did you know you could run fast?
I think when I was a young kid, I wasn't really that good kid. I was a kid that would get in trouble.
Right.
And then would run away from trouble. And nobody would catch me.
So you've been running away from trouble.
So I used to run away from trouble all the time.
You've done very well for yourself.
Yeah.
Now kuna picha zako tulitafuta. Sijui kama utatueleza hapa ni wapi, ni lini. Sasa wewe ndio mgani hapa?
The second one.
Those are your sisters?
From the my elder sister.
Yes.
And then I'm the second one.
Yeah.
And then my other sister.
Yeah.
Then my brother, my other sister.
Na hapa ni wapi?
Hapo ni primary.
Yes. Inaitwaje issue uniform?
Yeah, inaitwa biribiriet.
Yes. Viatu naona kidogo mlikuwa mmesahau. Where? Na hii ni Monday. All right. And then where is this?
Hapo ni high school.
Yes.
I was the chairman of YCS, Young Christian Students.
Right.
Alafu,
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, ni kama CU. I was also in CU.
You are in CU?
Yeah. Bwana siwe sana. Ma backsliders hapa. Na hapa ni wapi?
Alafu hapo ni high school. Use Form 4. Nilikuwa prayer.
Which school is this?
St. Joseph's, Kitale.
Kitale.
Yeah, love you. Right. Bishop Glory.
Bishop
of Kitale.
Right. Yeah.
Alafu hapo ni America.
Yes.
Graduating from university.
Yes.
In America, yeah.
Which state was that? What university? Which university was that, if I may ask?
It was University of Louisville in Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
I hope that's not the place where Donald Trump went. Okay, alafu ukaanza kukimbia.
Alafu nikaona kwamba kuna pesa.
Yes.
Mahali fulani.
Yeah.
Nataka nikimbishe.
Yes.
Nikaanza kukimbiza watu.
Hebu nikuulize, ulikuwa unakimbia ukiwa shule ama college ndio you discovered unaweza kimbia mbele ya wazungu ukaanza kukimbia?
So nilitoka.
Yeah.
I was born in a very poor family. As you can tell from the pictures.
Yeah.
And I went to high school. A priest from Ireland paid for my school fees.
Right.
So when I finished high school, I did very well. I was supposed to come to University of Nairobi. But my parents didn't have enough money to pay for my school fees. So I got a scholarship. I found somebody, Paul Reng, told me that you can get a scholarship to go to America, run, and study. So I realized when I was young, I was a troublemaker and I used to run away from everybody.
Right.
So kuna hiyo talent. So nikaanza kuchomoka.
Na kuchomoka ukachomoka.
Nikachomoka ya kutosha.
Na umechomoka ndugu yangu. Hiyo kuchomoka imefanya ukashinda. Which race is this? This is
That is Boston Marathon 2012.
Yes. Number 1.
Number 1. That is after I won the LA Marathon.
Right.
And that's my wife.
So what's her name, by the way?
Her name is Tara Korir.
Yeah.
She's from Canada.
Right.
We went to school together.
Okay.
In University of Louisville.
Right.
She's a runner too. She runs for Canada too.
Okay. So now there's something unique you do every time you do the race about your sandwiches.
So, when I ran my first marathon in America, I went to Subway.
Right.
And I got a foot-long sandwich, tuna sandwich. I take half, I eat half, and then I look for a homeless guy in the streets and give him the half. So, and I did that first time I ran my race, and I won the race. So it's become a culture. So every time I go to every race, they invite me to a race, they have to look for a Subway, and then I have to look for a homeless guy to give one sandwich. Yeah.
So how many races have you won?
I have won 5 races.
There's a Boston Marathon.
There's Boston Marathon.
Right.
There's LA Marathon twice.
Right.
And then there's Chicago.
Right.
And then there's Ottawa Marathon.
Yes.
And then there's another LA Marathon.
LA is Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Course record, that's 42 kilometers.
Yeah, that's 42 kilometers.
Dakika ngapi?
2 hours, 6 minutes.
2 hours, 6 minutes. Yeah. Do you know 42 kilometers ni kutoka hapa mpaka wapi? Unatoka hapa unakimbia mpaka Thika bila kunywa maji in less than 2 hours. Patro, do you have one specific race unakumbukaga unasema hii ilikuwa ngumu sana hata sijui nilishinda aje?
I think it was the Boston Marathon,
right.
2012.
How was it ukipita hao watu? How's that feeling?
It felt good. It felt good, especially when you're about to win Boston Marathon. When you talk about Boston Marathon,
right.
You talk about the amount of money you're going to win.
Yes.
And then you see somebody in front of you.
Yes.
And you know that person, if I pass that person, it is another more than 20 million.
Yes.
So unaangalia mbele yake,
yeah.
Unaangalia shida imeisha.
Yeah. Unachua. Unasema kwenda shida.
Alafu unakumbuka nyumbani.
Yes.
Unakumbuka ile picha ya kwanza.
Yes.
Bila viatu utakimbia ndugu yangu.
But also you must have talent. There's a lot of discipline in it.
Yeah, it takes a lot. I think running a marathon is not the big issue. Training for the marathon.
Yes.
Is the hardest thing.
Yes.
Because you have to wake up every day in the morning.
Yeah.
Do more than 20 kilometers.
Right.
Like today when I woke up, I did 25 kilometers. And you do that every day.
Yes, every day.
So that is the hardest.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in other words, uwezi nona.
Kuna. Inaitwa haribu mwili.
Yeah.
Unda wallet.
Kali sana. Now, tuweke athletics mbali. Now, mheshimiwa mkimbiaji.
Yes.
Wakati watu walisikia mkimbiaji anataka kura za Cherengani kama mjumbe wao, reaction ilikuwa namna gani? Ya kwanza,
I think the first thing was my mother. So I called my mother. I was in America. I lived in America for 10 years.
Right.
So I was in America. I called my mother and I told my mother I want to become an MP of Cherengani. He told me, do you know who is the MP of Cherengani currently? I told him, yes, I have seen him on TV a lot.
Yeah, who was that?
Kutuny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told him I've seen him. He told me, you cannot beat him. I told my mother, I believe I can become the MP of Cherengani. And I'm going to become. She told me, wait until 2017. I told my mother one thing. What about if I die before 2017? God is going to ask me, what did you do? So she told me, come and try your luck. So when I came, I think it is because of what I had done already before I came to become an MP. When I went to America and I started making money, I called the priest that I had paid for my high school. And I told him, Father, I have started making money. I want to pay you back for your money. And the priest told me, I don't want your money. I want you to do the same to somebody else. So I told my mother to look for somebody in the village that was poor, and I started paying for the school fees for the child. And so for the period of 5 years, So I was paying the school fees, but also I started doing well in running. I started making more money. And the number continued. And I formed a foundation called Kenyan Kids Foundation. And as up to now, we are sponsoring more than 300 students to go to school. And also I had my brother, one of my brothers, the one that was young, was bitten by a snake when he was a little boy. My parents didn't have money to take my brother to school, to hospital. And there was no ambulance, there was no nearby hospital. So the only hospital was about 20 kilometers away. My mother carried my brother on my hand, went to the road, waited for the matatu. The matatu came. You know, the matatu has to stop on the way. So he died on my mother's arms. So when I was in America, I vowed, I was a young boy, and I remember very well the pain my mother had in her face. So I vowed that when I make money, I'll build a hospital in my village, and I'll buy an ambulance. And I did that. So
you're the man.
So I built the hospital, and I bought an ambulance, and I was sponsoring more than, at that time, it was more than 200 students in every village to go to school. So campaigning was easy for me, because everybody had known what I had already done. So really, I just focused on development, focused on what I wanted to do for the people of Cherangani, focused on my dream for the people of Cherangani, and they voted for me. And I became the MP of Cherangani.
So how long do you want to be the MP?
I don't see myself as a politician. I see myself as a leader. Because I didn't come through any political party. I came as an independent candidate. I think I have a passion for helping people. I have a passion for solving problems. And I think I know the problems the country is facing. And I want to be part of that solving the problem. Me coming and becoming an MP was really a sacrifice. You know, because I had to live my life in America. I was sponsored by Nike. I'm still sponsored by Nike. And Nike had promised me if I became an American, they will triple my salary they were paying me. But I had to leave that. The day I was supposed to become an American was the day I was coming home, 2013, to become an MP. So I had to make a choice.
Mark Zuckerberg, the guy is your friend?
Yeah, they're my friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
You talk on the phone.
Yes. Yeah. I went to Facebook last year. So every year I go to run in America, I go to Facebook. I went and spoke as a motivational speaker to Facebook, and they're sponsoring a dairy project in my area. And through Facebook through Facebook sponsorship, we have started a microfinancing for dairy farmers. So if a farmer has a cow, they have 5 liters of milk, and they have a kid that they need to take to school, they come, they take the loan, and then they deliver the milk to the dairy for the whole year while they pay off the loan.
Yeah, and let me tell you, God is going to bless you in a special way.
Thank you.
Now tell me, what is the kind of Kenya, as we finish, what kind of Kenya would you want to see? I think in leadership in all areas.
The kind of Kenya that I want to see, and the kind of Kenya that I dream of, is a Kenya that depends on itself. Is a Kenya that stands on itself. Is a Kenya that believes in itself. And it's a Kenya that knows that they're the best in the world.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa Mkimbiaji Wesley Korir. Let's appreciate Wesley Korir. Now, Korir, what do you do for fun? By the way, what do you do for fun?
I love going to church.
Right.
I love dancing.
Mheshimiwa Wesley Korir. Sing it. Hey. All right. Wesley Korir, ladies and gentlemen, let's appreciate Wesley Korir. All right, thank you.